Welcome to Becoming with Erika, a space where we heal out loud, grow through what tried to break us, and become everything we were meant to be. I hope whatever state of being you're in right now is serving the best version of you. Because today, I want to have a conversation with a version of myself, the old me, not the broken me, not the weak me, the surviving me, the version of me that did the best she could with what she knew at the time. And before we go any further, I want to say something that maybe you need to hear too. Thank you. Just thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for getting me through things I wasn't sure I'd survive. Thank you for building walls when my heart was wounded. Thank you for teaching me cautious when life felt unsafe. Thank you for helping me make it through on the days when I thought darkness was all around me. You were actually carrying a light for me inside. And while I curled up and hid from the world, you did what you believed was best for me at that time. But there's a but I don't need you to drive anymore. Go ahead and take your foot off the pedal. Relax. You served your purpose. Because while those survival skills helped me stay alive, some of them are now keeping me from truly living. So thank you. Sometimes becoming a better version of ourselves starts with loving the person who got us there or who got us here. Because the old version of us isn't the enemy. Most of the habits we want to change were born from a need to protect ourselves. People pleasing, overthinking, avoiding risk, trusting people, keeping our dreams small, staying quiet, playing safe. At one point, those things served a purpose, but there comes a moment in becoming when you realize what once protect you may now be limiting you. And that's a hard truth because growth isn't just learning something new. Sometimes growth is thanking an old version of yourself and loving them and letting them rest. Imagine your old self sitting in the driver's seat of your life, hand gripping the wheel, watching every danger, looking in every mirror, trying to keep you safe, drowning in distractions, drowning in substance, doing whatever they could to help you stay numb long enough to survive. Then one day, you gently place your hand on their shoulder and say, thank you for getting us this far, but I can take it from here. You can now rest. I'm driving. Not because you hate who you were, but because you've become someone new. You know, younger me, you know, younger me learned to use everything she was given. When someone bought a membership to work out, I bought one because I needed somewhere to shower when I was homeless. When someone went to the park to relax, I went because I needed a bathroom and a place to wash my hands. The skills I've learned in life were rarely things I wanted to learn. They were things I needed to learn. I didn't need books for entertainment. I bought them because I was searching for guidance, answers, and purpose. I didn't wear layers of clothes because it was a fashion statement. I wore layers because I could remove them one by one and stay warm or create a more comfortable space to sleep. I've learned to trust my instincts. I've learned to study body language. I learned to read people, not because I wanted to, because sometimes survival just depended on it. There are rides from strangers just so I can get to work and earn enough to provide. Extra jobs so my children could have what they needed. And although some of the choices I made weren't always the right ones, I knew in my heart I was doing what I thought was best for my family. That came with sacrifice, a lot of sacrifice. Some roads I took weren't worth the risk. Some things I chased weren't what I actually needed. What I needed was already there. My children didn't need more things, they needed me. But as a young woman trying to raise herself while raising others, I simply didn't know any better. Old me was doing what she thought was best. And that's for that, I have compassion. Maybe today isn't about becoming someone different. Maybe it's about honoring who you used to be while choosing not to stay there. So here's your reminder. You don't have to shame your past to step into your future. The person you were helped you survive. The person you are becoming will help you thrive. Offer yourself grace for what you didn't know. Offer yourself compassion for what you endured. Then keep moving forward. Thank your old self. Love your old self. Release your old self and take the next step away where you're not who you were. You're becoming who you were always meant to be. Now take the wheel and keep going. So I want to end it like this. I know it isn't easy to break the cycle of being your old self. It's simple, but it's not easy. And sometimes that sounds like the same thing, but something simple isn't always something easy. And I'll break that down. Stay with me here because I promise there's a point. There's a good point. It's simple because it starts with changing your mindset. Not a big deal, right? But it's not easy because it requires you to become aware of your state of mind. And that means getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because comfort was the old you trying to protect yourself. Being uncomfortable is the new you saying, it's okay. This is growth. This is becoming. Every time you choose awareness over autopilot, you're taking back the wheel. Every time you challenge an old pattern, you're creating a space for a new version of yourself to emerge. So be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace in the process. It's not failing because it feels hard. You're growing. The growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels natural. But once it starts to feel natural, oh, how great will the new version of you be? So I say, keep going. Give yourself grace. Trust the process. And remember, you are not stuck. You're becoming. Thank you and God bless.